Greetings. This is a little bit different kind of video. I'm going to be doing this in a picture slideshow with me narrating above that. The truck itself is a 2001 Toyota Tacoma 2.7 liter inline 4-cylinder 5-speed manual transmission. It has four-wheel drive, and thankfully the previous owner or some owner in the past had swapped out the rear end or added a limited slip differential, because it did not leave the factory that way but has it now. As can be seen over the next three pictures, you can tell why I bought this truck so cheap. It's just a little worse for wear. Had considerable rust down the side, especially on the passenger side, and some down the driver's side. But there was definitely some rust going on and some paint fading. Some projects are spare no expense. This is an extreme budget truck, so we spared all expenses. I went through and took my dual action sander with some 80 grit sandpaper and sanded down the rusty spots back to bare metal down the passenger side, spots down the driver's side, and of course across the front bumper. I got it the best I could. That rust was pretty harsh. I then painted the sides and bumper with duplicolor truck bed armor and painted the front grille with good old-fashioned Krylon gloss black, and I think just that alone made a pretty significant difference right off the bat. Now, as for tires, I knew when I looked at the truck on the lot that it was in dire need of some tires. The insides of 3 of the 4 tires were just completely bald. So I set out looking for ideally a set of used tires and rims. Mainly just used tires, but I was hoping to find tires and different rims, and I did. In all fairness, the gentleman that advertised the tires and rims did specify that the tires were wore out. Now, I was hoping by the look of the first picture there of the tire and rim that was for sale that I could make do with what was on it. But then, as you see, it had a blowout on one tire, and the other tires were completely chewed up. It had been in some heavy rock. So I found the used rims and went out seeking for tires at a local tire shop, well, fairly local to me here. Guy highly recommended. These are Mud Claw Extreme XT mud tires, and said that the local boys are running the heck out of them and have been for a while. And even though it's a mud tire, they do exceptionally well in snow and ice, especially when you're going with a tall, skinny, what they call pizza cutter tires, like what I'm going with here on this truck. These are a 235/85/16, or if you prefer standard sizing, that comes out to about 32.7 inches outside diameter. It has a tread width of 9.7 inches wide. I had the tires and wheels mounted, carried them back, and actually bolted them onto the truck myself because I wanted to check out brakes and other suspension components while I was at it. So you can see here in this picture the new tire and wheel on the back and the old tire and wheel on the front. And here you can see the new tires both front and rear. While the truck was, while I was waiting on the tires and rims to get done, I took the truck over to Tina's Tinting here in town and had her tint the back glass and the side windows on the truck as well. Now, y'all that know me know I'm not big on naming things, but being a Star Wars fan, Master Yoda just jumped out at me, so that's the name it got. Now, I built this truck on an extreme budget, and I mainly built it to drive back and forth to work. And now that I'm working at a Toyota dealership, I went with a Toyota truck because I needed a truck. But I figured I'd take the opportunity to get out and do some exploring. The camera just don't do none of these pictures justice, because standing there beside that truck looking up that hill is flipping huge. Those trees in that picture look small, and you gotta think those trees are 30 foot tall. There's a couple of pictures I snapped just while I sat right there on the side of the main road, just taking in the beauty. This is a side road, if you will. It's definitely not a main road. The whole time I was there, I'd never seen another car go by. These are taken from a little spot where I was standing, just kind of looking over the field. The camera does not pick up the big hillsides in the background. It's just one of those, you just got to be there to take it all in. So I'm glad y'all could follow along with that little slideshow and that little story I had to tell about my little pick-em-up truck. As I'm leaving this video, I want to remind everybody that all lives matter. Doesn't matter if you're red, yellow, black, or white, what your religion or sexual preference is, or what political views you have. All people who have a good heart, I wish you the absolute best. Many blessings to you. Peace, y'all. Coyote out.